Hey guys, Scarlet Darkwood here. And this video is for all you writers out there or anyone who wants to use this little ritual that I'm going to talk about. Are you in a slump? Are you having trouble manifesting into reality what you want? Have you been sitting on something for a while and you just can't get moving to get it done? Well, I have a solution, and it's planetary magic. Who knew, right? You can actually use the force of the planets to help potentiate your request and bring your desire into fruition. So how does this apply to writing? Well, writing a book is bringing something to reality. Simple, a physical book. Saturday is the day of Saturn. What I'm going to show you next is what I did to try to get my writing jump-started again. So come join me on my Saturn writing ritual. And remember, happy writing, happy reading. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the altar cloth. And that's what came in the Saturn box, was a beautiful altar cloth. And so I'm going to just spread this out right here, just like this. There we go. All right, there's that. And then I want to use this beautiful Saturn board that came in the box. And you see it right here. Right there. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it facing me because I want to be able to see this design on it. I want to see the design, and on it I am placing the sigils that came in it. I don't know if you can see these, but here they are. I'm going to place them on the board, and I'm using the intelligence and the seal of Saturn. And what that means is to call on the powers and to just remind me of my intent. And you can set these any way you want to on your board, doesn't matter, whatever you would like to do. You can see me setting them here. And you want to use these sigils because it helps just reinforce your intent, that you're making a bond or a commitment to do something, or you're asking that something be done. And I find myself, when I make a commitment, I try to hold true to that. Now, some of the things you can set on your altar might be a key, like this, if you can see that. That's one of the signs. You have different tools you can place on your altar or on your workspace to call on this power. And I have decided to use a key. It's a little charm that I have that I sometimes make necklaces to give away as part of my giveaway. I also have these beautiful cards that also have the sigils, if you can see that. And in the unveiling of my box, you also see these. So I'm just going to set these. You can set these any way you want to, anything that makes you happy or that you would like to do. The hourglass is also a symbol of Saturn, and I want to use that. If you can see that, I can hear the little sands ticking away, but it's just more like this, an hourglass. I got it at TJ Maxx, so these are kind of fun. Also, it's customary to burn incense or, a resin, and myrrh is one I'm going to use today because that helps to work the power of Saturn. And so we use incense and candles to activate and to set the mood for things. So I'm going to set this here in a little thing I have. And I hear it burn. Yeah. All right. You may see it working there. And I'm going to just kind of let that burn. You might see the smoke. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some myrrh resin that I got in the box, and I'm going to put a few little pieces of that into the charcoal. And I put my charcoal in a little I guess, a tea light candle aluminum thing to help kind of maintain and keep things clean. And so you can do that, so it just makes cleanup easy. Resins are great to work with, but it's not like incense where you just light it and go or you'll burn it up. You put it usually on charcoal, or you put it under heat to make things, you know, burn easier. You just want to release the fragrance. I'm just simply blowing on it to try to just get rid of more of the charcoalness. I just want to put it on the heat. I don't want to burn my myrrh up. And I'm just going to lay a few little pieces, see how it works. Myrrh has, if any of you go to a Catholic church, you probably know how myrrh smells. They kind of burn it in the censer. So I'm just going to lay a few pieces of that on it, just to get it warm. You can get myrrh from Mountain Rose Herbs. They have all kinds of myrrh. They have frankincense. Obviously they have myrrh. They have opopanax, gogol. I don't know how you say that word. But they have that, and they have dragon's blood. These resins are great. I almost like them as well as incense. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to sprinkle comfrey around this altar. And comfrey is also an herb that is there to activate the powers of Saturn. It represents the power. So there's different herbs and different tools you can use when you're doing these spells. So what I'm doing is, you can sprinkle this any way you want to. Probably for ease of cleaning, I may sprinkle this just kind of around my Saturn board here. Just kind of around it. Don't want to cover up my sigil here, but you just, you know, enough to just kind of activate it. I may want to do it on the little sigils here, and I may want to sprinkle here. Yeah. Ooh, you can smell the myrrh. It smells really neat. I like that. And a little bit here. I'll just kind of move that so I can see everything. All right. So I've got the myrrh, and that's what also came in the witch's box. I see my little sands are ticking. And so we're going pretty good with this. So now I've set up everything, and I'm ready to go. I've got my sigils on my little board. I've got my tools, got my incense going. So what I want to do is I want to do my, I guess, my incantation, my calling. And I made this up. And you can make up your own. Or if you would like to use mine, I'm using it. You know, I'm using mine. You can use yours. If you would like to use mine, you can. But I kind of wrote it down on some little paper. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's there on the paper. You can do your own. I use these on papers I got from, let's see, Jet Pens. They have the Yamamoto paper tastings, and they give you little samples of beautiful fountain pen friendly paper. Of course, you can use any type of ink with it. I love fountain pens. For those of you who have watched my unboxings, I do unboxings from the True Fae company. But at any rate, I am going to do this incantation, or this calling on spell, and then I'm going to spend the next few minutes, you're going to hear me go quiet. And the reason I'm going quiet is because sorry, I had a little mishap there. I'm going to go ahead and start this incantation. My little things were moving, and I had to get the incense on something that would take the heat better so I don't burn my altar cloth up. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and start the calling, and I'm going to spend the next few minutes thinking about me writing the book, me finishing the chapters, and I'm going to visualize how that feels to be successful, and I'm going to think about how I'm going to feel if I don't succeed, because a lot of these spells or a lot of these rituals call on visualization and emotion. So that's what I'm going to do. So when you hear me go quiet, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to do my calling. With force and form, ideas spill from my mind. Pen to paper, fingers to keys, words manifest into beautifully crafted chapters. Okay, so I've spent a little bit thinking about it, visualizing it in my mind, feeling how happy I would be once I complete this book or these chapters for the next few weeks, and how I'm moving forward, and how I will feel if I don't. So I created a petition. I also did it on some of these little papers, and I'm going to read my little petition that I'm binding myself to. It says, from March the 6th until the next 4 weeks to April 3rd, I will spend at least an hour a night on my book. Shoot for 2, but no less than 1. With will and persistence, it is done. So that's my binding petition. That's what I want to hold myself to. So I finally end my ritual after I've read my petition, and I say the following. May the power of Saturn bless both earthborn and spiritual accomplishments. Okay, so now I'm done with my ritual. I want to burn the petition so that it binds or locks me into making this promise to myself. So as you see, I'm going to put this in my sink to keep it safe. You don't want to burn anything down or create a problem for yourself. I'm just going to light the match, and I'm going to just get it to the ends here and see if that, you can see it kind of burning there. The water doesn't put it out first. Do another one. And let's see if this helps. Yep. All right. And there we go. And so when that burns, that locks me into my promise. Let me know how the ritual works for you if you try it, or let me know what you do to keep your promises and get your book written. And let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my videos if you like seeing them and hearing them. And happy writing and happy reading.